Today I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way to rig and animate a character in Blender. Let's get it in Blender version 3.3, and we're going to go ahead and create a mesh. And let's go ahead and press number 1 on my keyboard, and also have my screencast keys in the bottom left corner. Click on the default key. We're going to keep my guy. Press G, Z, 1. There we go. And then now let's make sure we back on number 1. Tap into edit mode. Command R or Control R depending on your computer. Then press Shift Z to get in wireframe mode. Select this left side. Go over here and actually X first. Delete the vertices and then go over to the modifier tab. And just to make sure you have half of it like this. Then go to modifiers, mirror, where's he at? Right here. Make sure clipping is on. Boom, now we got a full square. Shift Z to get back into it. And then we can add some loop cuts, so Command R or Control R, or you can literally just click it. And little hack, we can press number 2, and now we have 2 loop cuts. You can use the scrolling wheel on your mouse too if you wanted to, and then click and press escape. Press number 3 to go to the side view, so now we're on side view here. Control R, Command R again, press 2, click, escape. So now we got a little arm action, and then on the bottom of our cube, we can do another loop cut, and then 2 again, click, except now before we do anything, we press S to scale, X on the X axis, and have it just like this, and then press escape if you haven't. And then now let's go ahead and click on this face select, and then click on my third view. If you type 3, the side of the guy, E to extrude it, and go about like right here. E again to extrude it for like the hands, and it's a super simple character. Same thing on the bottom, click here, press number 1 again, E to extrude it like this, E again, and if you want to get a little fancy, we could click on this face guy, E to extrude it like this. And then what's cool is if you click on the edge select tool, click on this top face, double G, we can bring it down like that. Now if you want to go even more detail, feel free, but for the sake of simplicity, this is what we got so far. And now we can add in our armature. So Shift A, armature is right here. Before we do anything, click on my man's, the running man. Click on viewport display in front. There we go. And now, before we do anything, we need to actually add some loop cuts. So click back on my mesh guy, press tab to edit mode, Command R, Control R on the arm, and ideally you want at least 3. So click here. So that's where he's gonna bend. S, X, make it a little more thinner, there we go. And ideally that would be like where the elbow joint is. You can make it more if you want, or even wider, it's up to you. Same thing on the leg. We're gonna add a loop cut here, Control R, Command R. 3, click, scale Z, about like right there. And if you want to add some loop cuts on the wrist too, if you wanted to for like the hand, feel free. But that's, again, it's more complicated designs, but this is very simple. So now, tab back in object mode, click on my armature right here. Let's scale this down a little bit. Let's GZ it up right about there. Tab now into edit mode. Click on the top point, easy extrude up here. So now again, this is very basic design. If you have a head, a neck, all that stuff, you can add more bones. But for simplicity, we can keep it like this. Now, click on this little bottom piece right here. Click on this X to mirror it. Now check this out. This is even faster than my previous tutorial. Shift E, boom. Look at that. Goes out like that. Then you can just press E again. Have it right here about the elbow. If you can't remember where you put your loop cut, you can do Shift Z to C. And it looks like we did like right there. So let me do G, X, move it right about there. And then E again for the wrist, E again for the hands. Then click on my little bottom piece here. Shift E again. Be the hips, E to extrude it right about here, E to extrude it again, except go all the way down to the bottom. Now you press 3, you can extrude it like that. Look at this. Now, one thing that's important, and for this design, it's not going to matter too much, but eventually once you get to inverse kinematics and all that fun stuff, you want to make sure the bones for the elbow joints are moved back. So click on it in the middle, G, and then Y. And that way when you do it, you'll notice if you try to mess with inverse kinematics, you'll see what I mean. But for this example, I just want to make sure we have it G, Y here, just like that. So that's where the knee bones. But for this design, it's not going to matter too much. And now here's the fun part. So now we click on our little cube guy mesh, shift click the armature, control P or command P. Guess what? Automatic weights right here, click that. So now, if we click actually on our mesh and we go over here to this vertex group property, we can see that all of our bones are named and it has RNL based off of this because it's assuming it's mirroring inside. In my other video, I have it where I symmetrize everything and mirrored it, but this is even faster. So now, we can click on the armature. You can press Control Tab. Now that puts us in pose mode, or you can simply, just click it here. And check this out. Boom, we move in right here, right here. Look at that, just like that, that fast, that easy. Even this guy. And now you're like, oh, let's, for example, I'll move this arm right here, right? See how like the top of the mesh part kind of moves with it? And if you're like, what if I don't want that happening? Well, let me show you. Let's do Control Tab to get out, or go back to object mode if you can. Click onto the armature, then shift click onto the mesh, go over here, and make sure you do it in that order, or else you won't be able to see this weight paint option. So click on the weight paint, and then what you can do is hold Command or Control and click on the bone. So now you can see, you can select the bones by holding Control or Command, depending on Windows or Mac. And then you can go over here, and we're gonna actually subtract because it's already created the weight paint. And what I want to do, you can press F to increase the size, or you can go here, Strength, Weight 2. And basically, I'll press 3 to make it easier. Now, I'm only gonna select pretty much, literally color everything, subtracting it to make it dark blue. And essentially what it means is the darker blue it is, essentially that's not gonna touch anything or affect the mesh. And if it's more red or like even color like this, like if I go like here, I click Command, you can see it affects it significantly more. So like for example, we just selected this left side arm, like a bicep tricep area. So now we can do let's do Control Tab, and we can go into object mode. So now we can click on the armature again, Control Tab, and now when I move the guy, look at this. Now his arm is moving, but the actual mesh part isn't. So if I click here, it's mirrored there. So again, if you wanted to get fancy with it, you can go ahead and move it around. We got like this, like this. And right now for this basic design, this is showing you guys how to rig it. And now, let me show you how to animate this. Let's do Control Tab. Let's go bring up our animation right here. And then let's go and first off, click onto the armature, Control Tab back into pose mode. And now, first thing I want to do is I'm going to press A to select the entire mesh. I'd bring up the insert keyframe menu, and I'm gonna do location rotation scale. And then I'm gonna go to 20, and then I'm gonna move my arm up like this. Same thing, I'll move this one over here, press I, and let's do location rotation scale. And then now we can go over here to 40. And actually, there was a part I messed up right there. So you notice how only one arm went up. That's because I didn't select both. So that's why I press A all the time and then press I, location rotation scale. That way it selects everything. That way we have it like this. And then 40, you can go here. Move my guy like this. And then even like this. And then I, location rotation scale. And actually, let's press A first. Then I, location rotation scale. Because I didn't have both. There you go. So now we have a guy like this, and then if you want to increase the speed, you could technically go like this to 10, and then even to 20, boom. And then if I play this, hitting space, and then we can do Shift D to even copy this, boom, bam, boom, look at that. And then I can put this Shift D back like this, and now we have our guy like this. And now we can go over here to the let's see, rendered option right here. Go to 40. Let's just do 40. So now when I hit play, it looks like this, and it just infinitely loops. And then you can go over and pretty much type in the file name you want. And to simplicity, you can just select FFmpeg video. For encoding, make sure you change this to MPG4. And then you got the quality if you want to update that, all these other details. But then you go up here, render animation, and then pretty much we have them like this. And obviously, if you need to press 0 to change the camera view, shift little left asterisk next to the 1 on the keyboard, you can move it down like here, over here like this, boom. And then also Control Tab, you can change the material colors. So let's go like green, go to the rendered view, So now we can go ahead and just add some lighting. Let's just do a, let's do area light. Let's press 3, G up here. Scale, rotate like this. Put like, let's do 1,000 maybe. Go like this, G, Z it up, GX. Rotate even more. We can do even 500 maybe. And we can add a background, that fun stuff if you want to. But for the most part, let's just render animation. And then go ahead and tweet that up. But make sure you like and subscribe. Make a new animation with inverse kinematics, more complicated, more complex. If you want to see that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.